mommy, see my nugget. Hi. You're so cute. So cute, huh? Is it you? Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So I'm currently sitting in my upstairs hallway. I have a big mirror behind me and I figured this would be the best spot to cut my hair. I have not cut my hair in probably at least 2 years. I think the last time that I cut it was actually on camera for you guys. So however long ago that was, which is crazy. We've been in this house 1.5 years and I definitely have not cut it since we've lived here, so I figured it was time. I was going to the bathroom and my hair was touching the toilet and I just felt like it was a little bit unnecessary. So we're gonna trim it today. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna trim the dead ends off and maybe cut some like angles in the front because my angle is all the way down to there when they used to be like up to here. So I don't really know how much I'm gonna cut off. I'm just gonna kind of wing it and see what happens. So if you guys wanna see how I cut my hair at home, then please keep watching. So this is all my own hair. I'll show you guys how long it really is because I feel like usually in a video I'm like this close to the camera, so all you see is like up to here, but this is how long it is. So it literally goes to my butt crack. It took me probably like 4-5 years to grow it this long. You guys can look back on my channel and you'll see how short my hair used to be. It was like up to here and wouldn't grow for the longest time. Really quickly, I know I've talked about this before, but for those of you who are wondering how I did grow it so long, I started getting keratin treatments probably like 3 years ago. My hair is naturally very frizzy and curly. So because of that, I was constantly blow drying it and using a lot of heat just to get it like sleek and straight and not frizzy. So when I started doing the keratin treatments, it took away all the frizz and my hair would air dry just like straight, so I didn't really have to do anything. So what I do is I shower at night always, and then I let it air dry a little bit and then I put it in a braid, and then when I wake up it's dry and it has some waves in it. So this morning I just blew it out with a blow dryer, but it was already dry, so it took maybe like 5-10 minutes. And then I just went over some of the front pieces with a straightener because my hair has grown out a lot. So that is really all I've done. I haven't taken any pills. I haven't really done anything special. I just eat really healthy. I drink a lot of water and I try to avoid heat at all costs. So that has just been what works for me. But another thing I wanted to mention before I get into the tutorial is if you guys do like a lot of layers and you like that choppy look, I used to have that and I was this close to thinking about doing it again, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna let it grow a little bit more. If you cut your hair, make sure you tell your hairstylist, I would say like right at the end of your eyebrows, if you draw a line all the way back and like do like a half up, half down. What I used to do when I would do choppy layers is I would never ever touch this hair down here, because if all this hair down here is all one length, it can grow really long and it'll be like thick and healthy. What happened was when I first got my hair cut and they did a lot of layers, they were cutting layers like all the way through my hair. So the longest part of my hair was so thin that I would just keep breaking. So if you guys are trying to grow out your hair, the key is to have enough hair on the bottom half that's all one length that can grow together and it won't break as easily. So that's just like a little tip that I have if you guys do want that choppy layered look. My hair is basically all one length at this point. Some pieces are a little shorter, but the front pieces you could see are like a little bit shorter from where my angles used to be. But like I said, I haven't cut my hair in so long, so I don't even know what's going on over here. So what I'm gonna use for today's video is just a pair of scissors. I get these on Amazon. They are hair cutting scissors. Before I get so many people freaking out on me, because I know anytime I do a video like this, all the hairdressers come and tell me I'm doing it wrong and that I'm using the wrong scissors and all that, but these are hair cutting scissors. So if you guys don't agree with how I cut it, I'm sure there's other YouTube tutorials on here that can teach you a different technique, but this is just what I personally do. I'm gonna clip up my hair. I'm gonna start with the bottom half. So I'm just gonna like clip up right where my ears are. I'm gonna just like put it in a bun. I have a towel underneath me, so hopefully all the hair will end up on the towel. I also have baby Chai sleeping right here. Baby Chai, no one can see you when you're sleeping rolling over there. Who's Mama's girl? Who's Mama's girl? Huh? Is it you? Can you see her little head?
Oh, what a tiny thing. Who's Mama's baby, huh? Mama's baby who got her last round of shots yesterday. It's so good.
So what I always do is I, with my finger, separate the hair right down the middle like this. And I always bring it to the front. Now, I know when you get your hair done at a salon, they usually cut it wet. I always like to do it dry. Just something that I've always done. And I also like to make sure it's straight when I'm doing it. It doesn't need to be like pin straight, but I just blew it out so that way I can see like where my hair is gonna fall. I'm just gonna use my fingers. Feel free to use a comb or a brush. This is just what I'm doing. And I'm pretty far away from the mirror, but I'm just gonna do it. Once it's brushed out, I take my fingers almost as if it was like a straightener, and I drag it all the way down to the bottom, and then we're gonna start with this much off the bottom. I know, so much, right? And I'm just cutting it. So we're gonna do it again. We're just gonna make sure it's all brushed out. I'm gonna take my fingers, run it to the bottom to make sure it's all straight, and then just cut the edges in a straight line. And the reason I like to bring it all forward and then cut it in a straight line is once you put the hair back, it'll give you like a little bit of a V in the back. It's not gonna be like perfectly straight, which is how I like it. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Like this much. I'm just cutting the dead ends off. I'm basically just doing a very light trim. So if I wasn't filming this right now, I would be standing up in my bathroom doing it probably over the sink with the drain shut. It's a little bit easier to clean up. So now we're gonna go a little bit further up and do the same thing. Tie it up. Drag your fingers. So here you can see the shorter pieces and then the longer, so we're just gonna line that all up so it's even. Like that. And same thing on this side. And as you're doing it, you just want to keep playing with it and putting it in the front so you can make sure it's even and all of that. Hi, Cindy. What are you doing, girl? You want to come say hi? Look. See, I'm so beautiful with all my colors. It's so funny. Everyone keeps telling me to cut my hair, and I'm like, no. Babe, what do you say when people tell me to cut my hair? Good. What do you say when people tell me I should cut my hair?
Look at it, eat. You cut nothing.
You're not eating my hair, Chai. Trying to eat my hair that I'm cutting off. I don't care with you, I can't do wrong. So now this layer is done, and we're just gonna keep repeating until we get to the top. So I'm gonna do one more. Same thing, part it down the back. So we're just gonna brush it out and just make sure it all lines up. So you could see right now how much I took off. Every time I cut it, Chai's like looking at it. Stop, it's not for you. As so. So when you do a little bit at a time, you can go back in and make sure it's like perfect. And that way you don't end up taking too much off. Sometimes, I guess they'll just cut it a lot off and then they have to go in and make sure it's all even. So that's why I do like little bits at a time. A little more on that side. And then the top. I feel like the girl from The Ring. So now let's make sure the length is all good, which it should be. Just like one hair, because the top part is usually the shortest. That's where I used to cut all my layers anyway, so should be good as far as length. Let me just check on this side as well. Yep, perfect. I'm probably gonna just cut these a drop shorter, but I do wanna keep them long. So For the front parts of your hair, if you want to do like angles, and you look down and see where your part ends, you just want to drag that down and put the rest to the back. So it's like this much hair. And you can see my angles, look how far down that they start. So I'm gonna probably cut that much off. So I'm gonna grab this and leave this part down. And I'm gonna make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm gonna cut in a diagonal. So I'm gonna start with a little bit. So the shortest piece is now here. So I just cut it on a diagonal just to make it a little bit better. And then what you want to do is you want to just make sure the angle goes like in a perfect diagonal. So I just hold the scissor down and I just start cutting a little bit at a time, and that way it makes it more subtle, like that. And just grab it all, just make sure it all flows. Just kind of wing it. So again, I want to grab it all and then just cut it in like a diagonal like that. So once you get it even, you could take out the rest of your hair. All I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna cut any layers in the back. I may just like, let's see. I may just like make this angle a little bit deeper. So I'm just gonna like cut a little bit off the front pieces just so it all flows nicely. So I just like eye it. And this is how I do my hair. And that's it. So you guys can see it looks nice and healthy now. No more dead ends. And a little bit more of an angle in the front. That way when I flip it or add curls, it'll give like a little bit more volume. So normally I would take that short angle and I would bring it back into the back and make layers, but not today. So that is how I cut my hair at home. It might not be the right way to do it, but it's what I've been doing for, again, like 6 years now, and I like it better that way because then I can cut off as much as I want. You can start with just a little bit off and then you can go from there and you have control over it. So if you guys have never done this before, maybe have somebody help you or take it slow and only do a little bit at a time. It is hair, so it will grow back. I also wanted to mention for anyone who entered my giveaway, it's now closed, but for those of you guys who posted a video and wanted to keep it unlisted, I'm gonna put the link down below where you can post the video link. That way I can go and check all of them out. I am still watching all of the entries. You guys are so amazing and it's so fun to actually watch them all and see you guys facing your fears. So thank you for being patient while I watch all of the videos, and then for those of you, again, who put it up as private or unlisted, go check out my description box below and I'll show you guys where you can post it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.